Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to Life in Omaha, where we talk about everything that has to do with living here in the Omaha Metro area. I'm Christian, this is Tyson, and we are full-time licensed realtors here in the Omaha Metro area. If you got any questions, thinking about moving here, call us, text us, email us, or hit the link below to schedule a call with us. Happy to help you. We got your back covered with anything with moving to Omaha. Now today we're going to talk about the top 3 best and worst parts of living in Omaha, in our opinions, right? In our humble opinions. But we're going to get kicked off today with the best, and then we'll end this video with the worst. Tyson's going to kick us off with the top best thing about living in Omaha.
What's up, guys? Thanks for watching today. We're going to talk about the top 3 best things in our mind here in Omaha, and they start with traffic.
Yes, and logistics.
Yeah, logistics. So big time, you go into a big city, a lot of times you're going to be stuck in traffic rush hour, heading to work, big events. Omaha has been laid out on a grid system, and because we have such flat land, it's super easy to get around. Basically, you're 20 minutes to 25 minutes from everything in town, and at the worst of it, maybe you're in traffic for 30 minutes in the morning on your way to work. In comparison to other large cities, it's a huge advantage and definitely a sanity saver if you're coming from one of those large cities coming into Omaha's market. Definitely a bonus in my mind.
Yeah, I think from someone who's newly moved here, I was kind of intimidated because I came from such a small place, but it's so simple. Yeah. It's so simple to get around here. Everything, like you said, is a grid system. You got like the main streets, cross streets. Yeah. That's it. It's super easy to get around. I love it.
Totally. Numbers run east to west, and name streets run north to south. So it's pretty sweet, or vice versa. I don't know.
One of those. But if you're here for a few weeks, I feel like you get it down.
Yeah, absolutely. Second thing I'm talking about, on top of everybody's list, and especially if you're building a family or anything like that, are schools. We have a great school system, public and private. We have some of the per capita, some of the most parochial schools in the country for our size, which is pretty neat. The big thing about our schools, which makes them so important, is the community supports them exceptionally well. Depending on where you're at in Omaha, they do have open enrollment through public school system too, that you can really get a great quality education with great educators that are concerned about the kids and their development. So I think it's a huge asset if you're coming here and you have a family and you want to put them in the schools. There's not a lot that can go wrong for you in trying to make sure make the best of it. Number 3, clean. You walk through the city, it is exceptionally well taken care of. Everything from the thoughts put into making sure we have green spaces to tree-lined streets to forest entrances to neighborhoods. For being on the plains in the Midwest, most people think there's no trees here, especially if you're coming from the coast. Like, oh my gosh, this is a dust bowl. Yeah. This city is exceptionally clean and green and done a really good job of taking care of its streets, buildings, and any of the amenities that are available to the public.
Yeah, I think before I moved here, visiting here because my family's here, we would always come and be like, me and my wife would both say like, God, this is like so well put together, so clean and so nice. Mm-hmm. I think it's the cleanest or nicest put together city that I've seen, especially for its size.
Yeah, definitely one thing you don't get here, you're not walking downtown and like, smelling urine like you do in San Francisco or some of these big cities in Chicago and stuff. They do a really good job of mitigating any type of any of that kind of issue and making sure that you can really enjoy the city to its fullest everywhere.
100%, even downtown, like you're saying.
For sure.
Everywhere's clean.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, let's get into the worst parts, in our opinion, of living here. Number 1 is obviously going to be weather. We got the extremes in weather.
Yes.
You got cold in the winter, which honestly this year has not been very cold.
No.
But you got the cold in the winter, you got the snow in the winter. And then you also got the heat and humidity in the summer. Mm-hmm. Now, I will say what I do like about here personally is you do have all 4 seasons.
Yep.
Which is nice. I like that. There's a lot of people that like to be in one. Yeah. Climate the whole time, I'm not that way. But definitely if you're not a fan of the cold and you're not a fan of the heat, you would not enjoy the weather in Omaha because it does get both. You can get cold, you can get hot, humid in the summer. I think this summer it probably got up to 95 degrees and humid some days. Oh, yeah. And I'm sure it can get up to even higher than that. Yep. And the winter, how cold does it get? I mean, this winter has definitely not been usual. It's my first winter here.
Well, actually, last year on record was the first year in like 80 years that it did not go below 0 for the entire year, which is kind of shocking. Yeah. But you're right. I mean, the weather is kind of it's a variable. It can change every 24 to 48 hours. You can find yourself playing golf outside, walking in November, December, or basically you're snowed in for the entire month.
Yeah. Well, this year we had the day before Christmas was like 56 degrees. Yeah. And then Christmas was cold and snowing, which is kind of cool. Yeah. But so the weather can vary, like you said, a lot within a 24-hour period. But I found that, yes, it is extreme, but it's really not unbearable whatsoever, and I like the change of seasons. Next thing that Tyson mentioned to me that I never really thought about was we really don't have great walkability in the city, meaning like if you're living in an area and you want to be able to walk to grocery stores, walk to coffee shops, walk to restaurants, and you're used to that lifestyle, how many places can you go, really?
Not a lot.
Couple.
Yeah, I think that's the one thing, even though the city planning department has done such a great job of kind of evolving the city,
Yeah.
the one thing that's kind of missed upon them is because we've such an urban sprawl,
Yeah.
we haven't had like these small pockets of these older neighborhoods that have some of that commercial development already there.
Yeah.
So you don't get the the bodegas and the coffee shops and the sandwich shops to really to walk to. You're always crossing a major street,
Yeah.
and and it's easier just to drive.
Yeah, like we were mentioning, there's a couple of little spots, like if you're downtown or Midtown, not downtown, what am I thinking of?
Dundee
or
Exarban.
Midtown. Yeah, there's a couple little spots like that you could go to, but even Exarban, you're going to be renting if you want to buy something, right? Is there something? There's a place to buy in Exarban around there?
There's a lot of houses a little bit further out, but that's mostly the university, and then you have to go a couple blocks away.
So there's a couple little pockets, but overall as a whole, it's not great for walkability if that's your goal.
Yeah.
All right, last one, kind of a funny one here, but also truthful, is the seafood prices and also quality, I would say, is not the best in the town. And if you're big into seafood, which I am not personally, then I would just recommend staying toward what Tyson said. Just stay toward the beef.
Yeah.
We're a beef state.
Yeah.
Stay with the beef and stick with that way. Or if vegetarian, it's not going to matter for you anyways. But what else would you say on that?
I would just say, hey, if you're thinking burgers, steaks, pork chops, anything that's hooved that moves on ground, I think you're gonna be safe. If you're thinking things that swim through the water, hey, we're landlocked.
Don't look too far away.
You're not going to go look for a specialist in the seafood industry here in Nebraska. That's just not what you're going to get. So, unfortunately, if you're a seafood lover, there are a couple of decent spots for sushi, but beef is where it's at. So you're not going to find great seafood around the horn.
And if you're a seafood entrepreneur, seafood restaurant owner watching this, I apologize, but maybe
prove us wrong.
Yeah, maybe we're
come
just
in.
missing your spot.
Yeah.
Maybe we're missing your spot.
Yeah.
You just need to go find us. So reach out to us. We'll go try it for sure.
Yeah. Hey, a bonus piece here is if we kind of mention the people to give you a little vibe of what people are like here in the Midwest. This is still a town of about 1 million people where you can still stop a person walking by on the street when you're in your car and ask for directions, and they're probably going to help you.
100%.
So I think it's a big, it says a lot for the type of people here. Just here to look to serve one another, understand still that neighborly vibe. You get that hominess, that welcome, that security still here in a big city, which is the largest city in Nebraska, here in Omaha.
Yeah, I think if you're coming from an area where it's like everybody just walks past each other or don't talk, it's not that way here at all. It's very small town mindset feel and how you treat other people for sure.
Yeah.
All right, guys, thanks so much for watching this video. We'll see you next time. Again, if you got any questions, you're looking at moving to the area, call us, text us, email us, or if you're feeling really fancy, you can click the link below to schedule a call, go directly on our calendars, and we're happy to help with anything you need. Peace out.